Who should start for Brazil in the number 9 position, Arsenal's Gabriel Jesus or Tottenham Hotspur's Richarlison? It's a curious debate and an intense discussion point that stretches a lot further than South America alone. The pair of 25-year-old strikers created global attention with their July 2022 transfers to the Premier League's North London rivals, which has brightened the spotlight on Brazil's national team even further. It's without question that both Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur's squads received an injection by the arrival of the Brazilian forwards, and the early signs of the club's Premier League progress have been positive, which makes it even more intriguing to monitor the Brazilian national team situation. In 56 national team appearances, Gabriel Jesus has 19 goals, while Richarlison has netted 16 times in his 37 appearances for his country. Both players are competing for the central attacking position, not to mention that Brazil's versatile superstar Neymar can also play there. It's an unfolding story that the whole footballing world is watching carefully. Without a doubt, Jesus has improved Arsenal, who started the 2022-23 season in impressive form. Not only has Mikel Arteta's side won matches, but there is an added confidence across the entire team, and a lot of this stems from having a player with 4 Premier League titles under his belt from his time at Manchester City leading the attack. Arsenal legend Ray Parlour believes that Gabriel Jesus has been a revelation for the Gunners and is one of many who feel the club have got the player recruitment just right this season. Arsenal have become a harder team to play against since Gabriel Jesus joined. They're more intense and have even become nastier, something that past great Gunners teams used to be known for, that little bit of niggle. It's been said in recent seasons of both North London clubs that their underbelly is on the softer side, meaning that when the chips are down and it really counts, they have not been able to roll up the sleeves and grind it out when it really matters. Like Arsenal, Spurs have become tougher with the addition of Richarlison. He is a player that the opposition players and fans just love to hate. He's not afraid to get stuck into tackles and he fears nobody, while making sure that he gets underneath the skin of his opponents at any given opportunity. In the same breath, Richarlison is loved by his own supporters and teammates. Spurs manager Antonio Conte said this about him: "The first thing that I saw in Rishi is that he has no fear. He is scared of nobody." Conte has been trying to develop a winning mentality in his Spurs players since his arrival, and the results were evident in the second half of last season. Richarlison certainly brings that type of mentality. Those that lean towards Gabriel Jesus in the debate about which Premier League club made the smartest signing between the two Brazilians often point to Spurs' Harry Kane, Son Heung-min and Dejan Kulusevski, and say that Richarlison was perhaps not as needed at Spurs as Gabriel Jesus was at Arsenal. But what that line of thinking fails to appreciate is the cutting edge, the depth and the aggression that Richarlison brings to Conte's Spurs, and just how badly it was needed. And while Gabriel Jesus' stats column for Arsenal this season shows goals and assists, Richarlison's impact has also been very important. 3 assists in his first 8 Premier League appearances for Spurs may not send shockwaves across the globe, but Richarlison has brought some much-needed versatility to Conte's men. Of his first 8 appearances, Richarlison has played in 4 different attacking positions, highlighting his flexibility, a genuinely valuable asset to the squad. Gabriel Jesus, on the other hand, has started in all of his 9 Premier League appearances for Arsenal, scoring 5 goals and creating 4. Both players have made an impact in different ways for clubs who had differing needs at the end of last season's campaign. When it comes to their national team, however, the needs once again become different. The pressure on Brazil to win every match is always there, and only one player can command the centre-forward position, although in Richarlison's favour is that he can play a more versatile attacking role, either down the right or left in a 3-man attack, whereas Gabriel Jesus prefers, but is not totally limited to, a more traditional centre role. Brazil mostly employ Rafinha and Vinicius Jr. in the wide attacking positions, meaning Richarlison and Gabriel Jesus are generally left to fight it out for the central role. Star man Neymar can filter in behind the front 3 or take up any of the front 3 positions himself, which highlights the incredible competition for a starting place in the current national team setup. Of Brazil's first 8 matches this year, Richarlison started in 4 of them, scoring 7 times. In the same period, Gabriel Jesus has started none, made 4 substitute appearances and only scored once. For the moment, Richarlison appears to be ahead of Gabriel Jesus in the national team pecking order. But will this change? Can their impact at club level for Spurs and Arsenal make any impact on what transpires for the Brazilian Brazilian national team? It certainly can, and should. There is no way that Gabriel Jesus' form at Arsenal can go unnoticed. If Arteta's men continue in this rich run of form, Jesus' chances of playing more for his country are surely going to increase. Gabriel Jesus is thriving now that he's the main man at Arsenal. He never properly got this opportunity at Manchester City. He hasn't yet got this for Brazil. It's time to give him the position at Brazil and let him show what he can produce once he is backed as the starting number 9. Richarlison will play anywhere. Yes, he's versatile, but his winning attitude and tenacity is going to make a space for him in the team. Whether he starts as a centre forward, plays in a wide position, or comes in off the bench, he's just that type of character, which is important for any squad at a major tournament. Gabriel Jesus' form at Arsenal must surely create the opportunity for him to spearhead his country's attack, and Richarlison's run for Spurs puts him there too. There is place for both men. Both are needed because they bring unique talents and attitudes to the national squad. There is room to get the very best out of them both in the near and long-term future. What the informed duo need is for the national team manager and his technical team to believe in them both, to harness their club form at Arsenal and Spurs and redirect this into the Brazilian setup. Who do you think should lead the line for Brazil in the World Cup? Let us know in the comments below. As always, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next one.